Talk heavy.
I'll answer the question again.
Alright, now I'm back. I know I did a video earlier, but things progressing, things happen, and I come across two beautiful young ladies, man, that has unique insight into the mindset, especially happened to go to college in Philadelphia and from a different state or a different county or a different place, and navigating through the inner cities of North Philly, and the temperament of the recent incidents that happened on Temple campus. All these things is important to my community and our community, because if we can't get a better relationship going, then we might as well just pack it in, because this is a new day and a new era and a new mindset. And, if you don't get up to today's time and with today's information, you're going to be left behind. I'm not going to say no names, but these young ladies ask me questions. I've been asking them questions, so we're gonna turn it over to this young lady. She's gonna ask me a few questions. I'm gonna answer.
Absolutely. So my big question was, do we feel like this new and upcoming generation is overly sensitive, or do we appreciate the sensitivity we bring to the table?
Well, of course y'all oversensitive, but see, what's being left out is what y'all suffer.
Yeah. Sure.
See, we like to point fingers, and we like to give the boogeyman a name. You know what I mean? But we don't try to see, the fault in self first before we trying to find fault in others. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all oversensitive because y'all had to be, because y'all didn't receive that sensitivity when we was raising y'all, because we didn't. You know what I'm saying? The difference is we was cultivated, we was nurtured, we was raised, we was properly instructed. You know what I'm saying? We were guided, and we were rightly guided. You know what I mean? But when it came time for us to pass that baton, we dropped it. So y'all created a blueprint to live on your own. That's commendable. But see, the spirit ain't there. The spirit of what we came from, and that's our fault. It's not y'all's. You know what I'm saying? So it's our duty to step up and to make the initial attempt to try to make some amends, because we had a lot to be apologizing for. Because the actions or our inactions was the result of what y'all going through right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. My next question is, how about those kids, or like people in this generation who was nurtured and raised in those ways that, like, let's say, like, you were raised, by example, that you were saying, like, a lot of people from your generation were raised, like, nurtured and cared for and all these things because we didn't have those problems that we have now. So how do those people who were raised that way differentiate themselves from people that were raised differently because of that gap that we're facing?
Well, I really believe that we do better at unify. I really believe we do better unified. What I mean by that is, instead of trying to identify, try to understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We take so much from people. All we are takers. You know what I'm saying? We're the givers. You know what I mean? If you want something from somebody, give it to them. You know what I mean? That's an old folk tale. See, listen, right? If you want someone to treat you better in the relationship, then treat them better. You see what I mean? If you add value, you're gonna receive so much more. The culture that's coming up now has been desensitized because of the traumas that they've been suffering their entire life. You know what I mean? Especially in the city. And even in the suburbs, you know what I mean? y'all lived a life isolated from y'all parents. Even though they took care of y'all, even though that y'all had everything y'all needed, what y'all really wanted and what was really necessary was that connection. But they had their own life and their careers, and you know what I'm saying? But that's the temperament of our generation, my people. We think that we got to give you things because we never had. No. Things gonna happen. Things gonna come. See, when money is just a piece of paper, you know what I mean? Currency, it flows through us. We are currency. We are abundance. We just gotta have it stitched up in our subconscious. Right now, we just living off our conscious mind, and we being conscientious about things, but not being repetitive about it. Because once we have an understanding of what it is that we want, need, and desire, then we can have that repeated over and over again, so it can be written on the walls of our subconscious, and then we act on it naturally. So we can change if we want, but all we have to do is change.
If you were in this generation,
right?
Like, let's say you could talk to yourself from who you are now, put yourself as a 20-year-old or a teenager in this generation, what would you say to them?
Oh, man.
Like, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
To a 20-year-old? To my 20-year-old self?
Well, like, imagine this is yourself.
Oh, man. Okay, listen. Let me tell you something, right? And I can only answer with reality, right? When I was 20 years old, I was in the penitentiary. I went there when I was 19. Yeah, I mean, this is why I'm so aware of the gap that exists between us generations, because I was a part of creating that. See, this here, what we see now is the result. I believe we the cause by our action or inactions. So we got some answering to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some answering to do. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say to my 20-year-old self is have patience. Patience is a virtue, and that's just not a phrase. If I was patient, right? If I was patient, if I was stuck it out, like these kids are sticking it out today on the streets or on somebody's couch, if I would have stuck it out, then I believe that, you know, things would definitely be much better, especially for my family. You know what I mean? By me not being there, what I did was I infected the stream of their lives by not participating in their activity, which is vital. From a father to a son, from a father to a daughter. You know what I'm saying? The importance of us, our presence. You know what I mean? We're not really understanding the vitality of that or the magnitude of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, what I would say is patience, because without it, then all you're going to do is run into a brick wall. Because we think that we know it all, but actually, we are where we are. We're exactly where we are. Because this is exactly what we give. You know what I'm saying? If we give more, we be more. So, have patience, but give more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Was that nice?
No, that was.
Oh, man. See, I tell y'all, listen, man, I'm going to continue giving you good interviews like this. Now, this was different because I had people asking me questions, and I want more of that. No, I want more of that because that was nice, because I love to answer questions. I got total transparency. There's nothing that I'm not revealing of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because this is very important to me. You know what I mean? What y'all ladies don't know, my son was murdered last year. This is why I started #talkheavy, because that gap that exists, we the one that built it. So the thing is I took the temperature of our kids and trying to find out what it is that makes them tick and why is it that, you know what I'm saying, what makes them want to kill themselves like that. Because that's all they're doing is killing each other. They killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I found out that they suffered trauma their entire life. Being 20, 25, 30, that affects your decision making totally. And we never taught them how to respond properly. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's on us. So those of us that did what we did our tick come home, we got work to do. You know what I mean? We got a job to do. You know what I mean? And I appreciate, you know, the questions, and it's more to come. So just know, man, that it is what it is. Love life and live it to the fullest. Mr. Talkheavy.